Hello and welcome back to this webinar series on how to boost and protect your whole health. And last week we discussed the basics of, a healthy physical body and the 4 cardinal points of diet and nutrition, hydration, sleep, and exercise. And if you missed that one, be sure to go back up and watch it because it's really important to kind of do these in a step-by-step way. This week, I'm going to discuss how your emotions are just as important when it comes to not only boosting your health, but protecting it as well. And in case you don't know, I'm Andrea Coulter, and I'm a doctor of medical health and homeopathy, and the founder of the Aomi Healing System, and I have been in the health and wellness industry for, over 35 years. Today, I'm going to go over all the necessary things you need in order to boost and protect your health by making adjustments to your emotional well-being. Your emotions play a huge role in your health, whether you're aware of it or not, and often the hidden or suppressed emotions create the most damage to your life force. As much as eating the right things and taking the right supplements and getting proper hydration are essential, so too is being aware and attentive to your emotional well-being. The biggest emotional state that affects your immune system is stress. We all know this. We know excessive chronic stress is really bad for us, but it's often hard to define. And what is really, sometimes necessary stress and what is too much stress. Because we all have to have, stress is a part of life. There's never a day where you don't have some form of stress. Our autonomic nervous system is, as soon as you're awake, it's on and it's firing. And, we're being stressed in so many different ways. But there's good stress that moves us forward in life. And then there's bad stress that destroys us. So to refine what stress states are the biggest culprits to your health and in particular your immunity, we're going to look specifically at anxiety and overwhelm and a little bit of fear that, of course, we're feeling right now in society with all the uncertainty that's going on. When you can't control something, when you can't control life and yourself and things, it can be very stressful. And it's crazy how much stress we can be under without even actually realizing it. Sometimes it becomes the norm, and the damage it is secretly doing to our health can be very, very long-term detrimental. So, as I said, stress from the fear and the unknown in particular affects everybody differently, and it's based on your own unique perceptions and how you experience and interact with them in life. And we're going to go into perceptions and thoughts and beliefs and so on in the next video, so stay tuned for that one. But it can be sneaky and it can creep up on you with underlying physical disturbance that you don't really see until it's too late. Or it can be really in your face and to the point that you can't even function at all. Fear is a funny thing, and it affects us all in such different ways, which, you've been conditioned by life to react in a certain way to fear and stress. Stress and fear are the biggest triggers to your sympathetic fight or flight system, which is the side of your autonomic nervous system, which we need, to protect us, of course. And when you need to run away from danger, it's a good thing to have your sympathetic system be able to jump up and go. Your adrenals kick on and you run or you fight, whatever that happens to be. There's a time and a place maybe that we do need that. However, when there's no apparent, reason for our system to be on high alert and in fight or flight, then it becomes chronic, and then it leads to a ton of health issues and degeneration. Your autonomic nervous system, the sympathetic side of it, is constantly breaking down and destroying your body. In health, we do need these two sides. We need a nice balance of the, sympathetic, parasympathetic. They fluctuate and ebb and flow in a natural rhythm, or at least they should. In ill health, however, your fight or flight, the sympathetic system gets turned on, it gets stuck on, while your healing, restorative, digestive, parasympathetic system gets stuck off. And then this is what's called chronic stress. And most people today really are stuck in chronic stress. The interesting thing is that when the sympathetic nervous system is triggered, which is the fight or flight, mode, it throws off your digestion because the parasympathetic system is your digestive system, the healing and recovering system. this chronic stress completely overwhelms your whole system, shutting down your digestion, and that's the thing. So think of it this way. So when you need to run or fight, you can't have time to digest your food. So if you're in the middle of digesting something and then you become stressed, your digestion stops. And then that means now you're not breaking things down properly. You're not digesting and assimilating what you're eating. And let's face it, when you're stressed, we just tend to not eat well to begin with. We don't eat consciously, So you start making bad food choices. And your digestive system isn't working right, which is causing all kinds of other deficiencies like in your endocrine system and the nervous system. And it just becomes a crazy vicious circle. So also think of it this way. In order to survive, an attack, you must run away. And in order to do this, your body prepares to run or fight by pulling the blood system from the inside out to the peripheral organs, and so that means that, they can't both function at the same time. And once your digestive system is shut down, then your immune system shuts down. As we know from the last video, is that your immune system is all about the gut. So I have a question for you. Think of this. How much of your day do you spend feeling stressed or anxious or overwhelmed or frustrated or even downright angry? If it's more than 50%, then you are stuck in a fight or flight state, which means your body is continually destroying itself. The catabolic forces that are required to keep you in fight or flight are not designed to sustain you in this mode for long periods of time. It's designed for short bursts of extra energy when needed, followed by, of course, long periods of rest and recovery. So the two main emotional motivators that trigger this fight or flight are, believe it or not, anger and fear. When there is a need to protect yourself, of course, anger is a necessary emotion. And when there is a need to run, fear then can save your life. However, both anger and fear can become so overwhelming and consuming that you're unable to properly release them. And when this happens, they create blockages in your health and your life, which may or may not be recognized as, physical, mental, and emotional symptoms. So fear is one of those emotions that we just don't really talk about. We're often afraid to admit we're afraid. And anger is an emotion, we all tend to deny or suppress it. So both of these emotions, when used incorrectly, or when used correctly, can be, used to your greatest advantage. However, when oppressed, can be your greatest creator of all illness and disease. And they really, really are. Where anger can be your greatest mobilizer, fear can be your greatest immobilizer. And some of the biggest outer mental and emotional reasons you may be chronically stressed, of course, are from, what's going on in the world right day. Am I going to make enough money? Is my job still going to be there? What are the relationships? What's my family? If you're struggling with your family right now, or even if you're struggling with your health right now, all the job security, all of these things can be weighing on you. And even though you may be thinking, you may be consciously trying to think, it's okay, I'm doing, these things, there's nothing else I can do. On some subconscious level, you are probably stressed about all that. So, if you feel like life right now is out of your control, which it is to a large degree in some way, feeling a little bit stressed about all the things, you think about and that you need to be doing and want to be doing and can't be doing, all of this can be a lot right now. And especially if you're like a mom, I don't know, and I'm going to do a video about this on my YouTube channel soon, is all the moms right now, because I've been hearing this, is, they're trying to be super moms now that they're home, or, and everybody's home, and they want to do more, and they want to do crafts, and they want to, make 3 really good meals a day that they don't normally do. All of these things, tend to lead to overwhelm, anger, and exhaustion. So how do you begin to shift these emotional states? If this is where you're stuck at, if you're any little bit of excessive stress is going to, create some big problems in your digestive system and in your life and your health in so many ways. So let's go over some of the things that I utilize, for my clients and for myself and my own family to help kind of reduce these stress levels and get you feeling a little bit more back on track and letting go in the right way so that you don't become more susceptible to something. And again, understanding what you can and can't control right now is probably the biggest thing that we need to remember. Again, some of my recent clients, we've been all talking about this, trying not to get caught up in the media, trying not to get caught up in all of what this is going on and this is going on and oh my God, I heard this. And so in the mornings, I maybe listen to the news for 15 minutes while I'm in the barn doing my barn chores, but that's it. I don't watch the news. I try not to look at my phone and all the thing that's coming on, with the latest and this and that, because it overwhelms us and it's nothing we can control. So number one tip is be okay with what you can't control by focusing on what you can, such as your own health, your thoughts and your emotions right now, along with all, how you choose to spend your time. Do things positive, like helping uplift others and supporting others in the best possible way. Even in this time of seclusion, how can you reach out and help somebody else? Even if it's ordering things for them or sending something nice or calling them up and having a conversation, or doing your own self-work like you are with this, or cleaning out that old junk drawer or reorganizing something. I know with all of us home here, I've got a list of chores that we've been meaning to do for the last 10 years, but haven't gotten to, like new barn doors and painting the front porch and fixing the step and all of these things that we just put off because life's too crazy and busy. Now is a really good time to do it. And it keeps you focused on something productive and positive. So that's number one. Number two, be attentive to how you are really feeling right now. Be self-aware and conscious is really the first step to gaining mastery over your subconscious actions and reactions in life and the way your physical body is going to react to that. Because how you think affects how you feel, and how you're feeling, your body reacts to biochemically. So really be attentive to that, and then honor your feelings. Don't let them overwhelm you. It's wonderful being an empath and being aware of your emotions, but it's also vital, to learn how to create those boundaries and know, how to feel what you need to feel and then let it go. Be sure to take time to feel and think what you need to as, you're compassionately feeling for everybody else and what's going on right now in the world. However, don't wallow in those feelings. Learn to feel them, express them in a qualitative way. Don't dump them on others, but release them in whatever way you need to. And if it's anger, go and scream somewhere. I have some great cathartic exercises to just, yell and scream and just stomp up and down and do what you need to do if you're frustrated right now. Get rid of that pent-up emotion, but not on another human being, just in a safe, non-invasive way. Just learn to let them go and then move on. And or if you're having trouble letting them go and moving on, remember, jump over to my kits, because I have some great emotional support kits. And you'd be surprised at how amazingly fast Iome remedies work to lift that state. So go check them out after the video. So number 4 is, I think it's number 4. No, number 3. Anyway, I don't know the numbers. Is do not get emotionally connected to any outcomes, no matter how important it is to you, right? Stay objective. You can't, if you can't, then consciously pretend to not be emotionally invested in what is going on right now. Like I said, distraction is a really, really important thing right now. And at the same time, try to make some objective choices that you can do to remove or protect yourself from any of these situations, making sure you are protecting yourself. Be sure to go over to my YouTube channel and watch, a really great video I did on how to avoid the coronavirus. Might help you in this time as well. And recognize that this is not right now a life or death situation. It might be for some, but hopefully for you it's not. And if you do all the things that I suggested, especially in the first video, your immune system is going to be on such a much better level. And here's an interesting thing. If you started implementing some really healthy changes on a physical level and started improving, nutrition, and you're, doing all these extra supplements, and you're getting more sleep, and you're drinking more water, you might actually feel a little crappier or tireder right now. But know this, if you've started implementing tools to boost your physical health and wellness and you feel tireder, that's a good sign. Because what that means is your body's trying to heal and repair itself instead of being stuck in chronic physical stress. So allow yourself to just sleep more right now, rest more right now. Those of us that are off work, take more time to just relax. And I go into that in another tip. But it's important to be aware that if you started implementing some physical changes and you're feeling kind of more off and more tired and more maybe achy right now, it could be because your body's trying to clean and clear toxins and heal and repair itself. Just let it ride, because you can. Honor yourself. So take time to focus on your thoughts and releasing any negative ones and replacing them with some more positive, self-affirming ones. Like, I am amazing. I am feeling good about myself. Life is good right now. All kinds of things to reduce any of those kind of things. But we're going to go into more thoughts in the next video. So when you're feeling your stress level rising, this is such a good exercise. Take a really long, slow blink. And at the same time, do a slow in-breath and out-breath. So what I try to do is I try to say the word relax as I do it. So I close my eyes and I go, and I say relax. So give that a whirl right now while I'm talking about this. As you breathe in and breathe out, it's amazing how much air we hold in our lungs. And the more stressed we are, we tend to take in more air, but we forget to let out. So learning to breathe out is vitally important to learning to teach the body to relax. Did you know that that's one of the biggest reasons why asthmatics have panic attacks, is because they are so anxious and stressed. They just keep taking in, but they don't let out. So make sure you do some breath work during this time. Now, if you did a little bit of breath work right now, I bet you feel better already. I actually know I do. So try that even after the video. And so then try to, during this time, as I said, do some things that are self-improvement. Focus on things that you can do to empower yourself. Learn some really fun things. My daughter and I started doing some learning different languages. So on your phone, there's an app. And so we've been plugging through Russian. Just for, shits and giggles, we decided it would be fun to learn Russian so that we could talk to each other back and forth. Because we have time right now. So learning a different language, if you've never done yoga or any new exercises, meditations, you've never taken the time to actually stop and do a guided meditation, now is a great time to do that. Any kind of simple, small, achievable thing that is positive for yourself is a good idea. Only you can empower yourself. And so again, going back to eating a healthy, balanced diet based on your individual needs is going to make you feel better and positive about yourself. I'm taking this time to take care of me, to honor me, and that makes me feel good. Love and honor yourself right now. Or even if you're feeling super frazzled, go and get in a tub, soak in a tub with Epsom salts and essential oils. Talk to some friends, reach out, FaceTime, whatever it is. Go get a good book and curl up on the couch. And right now it's a rainy, crappy day here, and that's probably we'll watch some movies later. Enjoy the loved ones that you are with, Or when the sun does come out, and if it is a nice day where you are when you're seeing this, go outside, ground yourself, feel nature. Take your socks and shoes off, feel Mother Earth. Do some gardening, something to bring you down, make you feel more connected to all the greater whole that is, and know that we will be okay. We will get through this. Do whatever makes you feel loved, honored, and full of joy right now. And of course, as I said, last but not least, certainly go and check out my stress, anxiety, and overwhelm kit. By far, it is one of my favorite combinations of kits or remedies, and that really help to break up the stress and the fear and the anxiety and the worry and all of that, on top of all those other suggestions. So understand that you are the only one who can control your choices, your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. And this will go a long way in establishing your self-worth, your confidence in yourself, and release that which, isn't serving you anymore in your highest and best way. This is a great time to take some great steps to improve yourself. And aside from, any one of those areas being out of balance, another one of the biggest core reasons you may be stuck in chronic stress, and not even just right now, but have been forever, is really a lack of self-worth and a lack of true self-love. So please take some time to really dwell on this. And you may believe that, you love yourself pretty good right now. And I hear this often from clients. It's like, no, I got a lot of self-worth. I really worked on myself. But there's always deeper underlying thoughts and belief structures that keep us stuck in certain ways. Allow yourself to, to really be attentive to that. So next week, I'm going to go further into this process. We're going to go into, your thoughts your thoughts and beliefs and how they play into your immune responses. And in particular, the biggest thought that has the most impact and the best way to improve them naturally, of course. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching video 2. I hope that these have given you some great tools, but also a little bit more insight into, paying more attention to how you really are feeling. Really take some time today and for the rest of this week to just make some moments and pay attention to how you're feeling. Maybe put an alarm on your phone, once a day at the same time every day, and then stop and reflect. How am I really feeling? I even do this. I even catch myself realizing, first thing in the morning when I wake up and I'm laying in bed and my brain starts going, and I think of all the things I wanted to get done today and I got to do today. I can feel my body tensing already. And then I go, oh, what am I doing to myself? So then I just do some breath work, make myself relax, tell myself it's all good, it's all okay, life is good. Those kind of things. Always catching yourself when you're getting yourself, because we're so good at getting ourselves wound up. So hopefully these have been some great tips. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for paying attention. And so for the rest of this week and today, have an amazing, health-filled day. Bye.